Welcome to the Back Shack. We're doing cocktails today, and we have a banger of a cocktail for you today. This one has so much flavor, so much depth and levels. You're really going to enjoy it. It's called the Ancient Mariner. So the Ancient Mariner was made by Beachbum Berry in 1994. And Beachbum Berry is one of the key figures in the revival of Tiki. He's done a lot of research into traditional recipes, learned a lot about cocktails. Obviously, he's become a real expert, and so he started making cocktails. So while it's modern, 1994, it's still not super current, but it really is a great throwback to the real recipes of the 40s and 50s. Incredible drink. So this drink has two rums in it, a Demerara Rum. I'm using one from Guyana called El Dorado. So I'm using El Dorado 5, but you could use El Dorado 12. There's an El Dorado 25, but that's pretty expensive rum. But these really hold up well in the drink. Also calls for a Dark Jamaican Rum. Today I'm going to be using Myers Planter's Punch. You could use an Appleton or something like that, but we want this nice dark flavor, and we want the Jamaican funk, sort of the strong banana kind of tones that you can get with a rum. So let's get to making our cocktail. So we'll start off with 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. I squeezed my own lime juice. I put it in a store-bought container to store it, but fresh squeezed is really much better than the store-bought stuff. And we're going to do 1/2 ounce of white grapefruit juice. And they're really specific in a lot of these tiki drinks to use white grapefruit rather than pink grapefruit. I think pink would be okay, but apparently white has sort of a more smoother taste than pink. Can be a little bit harsh and that kind of thing. But it's getting harder and harder to find white grapefruit. I had to drive all over town to find white grapefruits. I couldn't find the juice at all, so I had to find the fruits and then squeeze them. So I squeezed it, bottled it. You can freeze it if you find it, and so on. I think Welch's, does Welch have a white grapefruit juice depending on the market that you're in. So 1/2 ounce of white grapefruit. And this becomes really key in a few of these drinks. I'm going to do a few drinks coming up that really rely on white grapefruit. It's a great ingredient. 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. And you can easily make your own simple syrup, boil it up with water. You can buy it too, but it's so easy to make. 2 parts sugar, 1 part water. Bring it to a boil for a few minutes so that everything dissolves and gets incorporated. And let it cool, and then you can bottle it. I just use these old rum bottles to store it. And this is a really great ingredient here. 1/4 ounce of Allspice Dram. It's also known as Pimento Dram. And I made this earlier in the summer. You can buy it in some places. I think Hamilton has an Allspice Dram. So Allspice and Pimento apparently are the same thing. So I'll put a link to a recipe that I use to make this down below, and there's a few people with YouTube videos showing how to make this as well. But really what I did is I took allspice corns, bashed them, crushed them a little bit. Don't grind them right down, but just crush them a little bit to open them up. Soak them in rum. Leave that there for about a week or so, and then you can add some other spices, anything that you like. So I put in cloves and cardamom, and it was really delicious. So 1/4. If you like the strong, savory, spicy flavor, you could go 1/2. I'm gonna go 1/4 because I'm almost out of this too, and I want to use this for a few more cocktails. I've really been enjoying this all summer long. Okay, then we can add our rums. We'll add our Demerara Rum first. It's 1 ounce. So this is a split rum drink. Many of the tiki drinks are. So you get 2 characteristics of the rum playing off of each other. And our dark Jamaican rum. Nice, deep flavors. All right, and we're done. Put ice in your tin. Quite a bit of ice because we're going to use all of it in the cup. I'm putting a couple of scoops in here. "20 seconds, even 30 seconds. The longer you shake it, the cooler it's going to get, and that'll create some vacuum in here too. So sometimes it's harder to get the tin apart. But you can use a screw top tin. So for this kind of drink, I think the ideal cup would be a nice tiki mug. So I've got this tiki mug at a local cocktail store. They call this one Hula Harry. My son, though, he likes to call him Back Shack Benny after the Back Shack here. So what we'll do is a dirty pour into the tiki mug. So just take everything, dump it straight in. And it fills us up about 2/3 of the way. And then to top that off, we'll take some crushed ice. Just to give them a little bit of a nice head of ice. We'll get some mint from the garden. Be right back. Good, then you take your mint, you can hit it, clap it, get it right in there. Give them a little bit of a haircut, and give them a nice straw. Put that in nicely with the mint. When you take a nice sip, you're getting that mint. There you go. Here's your Ancient Mariner. Well, let's give this a taste. We get a nice nose of mint here as we sip. Oh yeah, that is a banger of a cocktail. You know, I'm getting the funkiness of the rum, but sort of subdued a little bit by the Demerara Rum. The Allspice Dram just gives it this pungent, fantastic aroma and burst of taste in the mouth. And the white grapefruit is kind of sour, tart, but it's kind of pulled back by the simple syrup. But working also again with the lime juice. Just great. Like you just, as you start the drink, you're kind of hit with the rum, and then it kind of subdues, and you're getting the citrus kind of notes. Incredible. Really, really well put together drink. Beachbum Berry did a fantastic job on this. This is a fantastic banger of a cocktail. You really should try it. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more of these cocktails. And try this out too, or if you have tried it out, let me know in the comments below what you thought of it. Really, really great. Or if you tried something similar. Even have you done any cocktails with white grapefruit juice? Have you found that makes a big difference between white and pink grapefruit? Well, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm going to finish this whole thing.